We're going to have to come up with answers that set politics aside.
Hey, this is Clement G from Tennessee. I'm here representing Nashville Peacemakers, Mothers Over Murder, Straight Talk, Bulletproof. They don't hear us.
They don't hear us.
Man, black father, a son, an uncle, a nephew, a cousin. They don't hear us.
They don't listen. They don't hear us. They not listening.
They don't hear us.
And we're gonna bring you some stuff that's gonna make you feel better. They don't hear us.
I keep telling them, but they ain't listening, bro.
Hello, my name is Amana Serra. I'm from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and they don't hear us. Yo pas nous. That's it.
I come to proudly share with you about a ROC Square 357 production entitled They Don't Hear Us.
They don't hear us.
Get together, stop killing.
Hi, we're here with another episode of They Don't Hear Us. My name is Sheryl Huff, and I am the president of National Action Network of Middle Tennessee. And I'm here today with my treasurer of the Middle Tennessee National Action Network, and her name is?
Stephanie Thomas. I'm a financial professional, and September is the Life Insurance Awareness Month. So today we're not going to only speak about life insurance and focusing on the debt. We're going to be focusing about life. How can life insurance benefit you while you are living?
Yeah, so I am so interested in knowing about this. I talk to a lot of people, and we have so much conversation about life insurance and why it's so important to have life insurance. So can you tell us a little bit about why it's so important to have life insurance?
Sheryl, as you may know, and one of the things that are becoming very common is GoFundMe. Unfortunately, one of the things that we want to bring awareness of is that if we plan now,
yes,
if anything happened to us, if anything affects our health, our life, we will be able to access to life insurance. Life insurance is not so much for the person that's passing away, it's for the ones that are staying.
Yes.
So I think it's an act of love. If you love your family, you love your children, you love the people around you, you don't want to leave this world thinking that there will be suffering.
Oh yeah. So we have, with the Middle Tennessee here in Nashville, we do a whole lot of workshops. And our workshops are built around educating the community. And so, like you were just saying about the GoFundMe, I hear a lot of people always get on TV, on the news, everywhere and say, we need help to burying our loved one. Well, we met with Miss Stephanie, and she just educated us about the life insurance part. So we have a lot of parts when it comes to life insurance, and some of those parts are so important that people should know. I'm going to tell you a story about a young lady that she was working on her job, and I called her and I was like, do you have some life insurance for your children and your husband and yourself? And she said, oh, I don't worry about that. She said, I have my job covers us. And so we have life insurance through my job. And I was like, okay, well, you know, sometime once you're not there anymore, then they take that away and you won't have that. So I like to, for you to talk to Miss Stephanie so she can give you more information. So that lady will not get it. She did not hear anything I said. And she made really good money. And her husband, he retired because he was on his job long enough and he retired. But you know, when people retire, they just have like a little bit of retirement left over, and that's what he was living off of. And she had 3 children. She had an 8-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 12-year-old. And so all of them was nice. She had a nice home that she was still paying on, but it was beautiful. She had 2 vehicles that her husband just got him a new truck and everything. And Stephanie, this woman left out of her house, and she was on her way to work one day. And when she was on her way to work, she was hit by an 18-wheeler, and that 18-wheeler crushed her, and she died instantly. And when she died, they took care of the funeral, her job did, and all of that with the life insurance that she had at her job. Well, because this lady, children didn't have any money to follow them, no one in the family wanted to take her children. And because they didn't want to take the children had to go into foster care. And when they went into foster care, the husband was only income he had was just the insurance that he had from his job, his retirement payment, which it wasn't enough to keep up the houses and the cars, so all of that was taken away. Then he became homeless, and he was sleeping in his cars and sleeping under the bridges, and the children was in foster care. And that's because they did not get the life insurance that we were offering them. And so can you tell me a little more about why it's so important that even though you have a job and you have insurance with the job, what does that mean?
Yeah, one of the things is that most of the times, a lot of people do not realize that the life insurance that we usually have at our jobs, as soon as we quit or we get fired, we no longer have life insurance.
All gone.
It's all gone. And that's the reality of what's happening in life. One of the things that you were saying that caught my attention is that sometimes most people that you talk to about life insurance, the first answer is, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay, I got everything. And that happened to me recently. Well, a few years ago, I had a lady that when I went and spoke with her at her job, and I was like, hey, you know, you got to protect your health, you got to protect your life, you got to make sure that you have the right retirement plan to make sure everything is well. And at that moment, she was like, you know something, Stephanie? I have life insurance in my job, I have 401k, I have mutual funds, and you know, my family got me well educated, and so I'm sure I don't need anything. I told her, you know something, I'm not here to take away what you have.
Right.
I'm here to enhance it.
Right.
Let's look at it and let's see how we can make whatever you have better. And the benefit that we have is that we represent more than 150 financial companies.
Right.
So if you in love with the company that you with, let us help you to make sure that we get the best for you. The good thing is that she paid attention.
Right.
So we got her a type of product that doesn't only protect her life, protect her health, and also she's getting up to 15% interest on the money that she's putting in the product. So her money will double quicker.
Right.
So the benefit of it is that 2 years ago, well, 2022, she was diagnosed with cancer. At that moment, when I realized it, I was able to give her a call and say, hey, I cannot take away your emotional stress.
Right.
But based on the product that we chose for you, we can go ahead and take away the financial stress. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm not terminal.
Right.
This is just critical. This is just stage 1, cancer. I said, well, with the type of product that you have, it doesn't cover you only when you're terminally ill, but also when you're critical.
Right.
So the company was able to give her $500,000 right now because she was critically ill.
Right.
And it's money that she didn't have to pay back because she was protected. And that's one of the things that we want to make sure that everyone should be aware of this.
Right.
Most people have the old type of life insurance that only focus on death. But we have to focus on the new type of insurance that everybody could upgrade it to, something that, what happens to you right now?
Right.
What happens if you get sick right now?
Right.
We cannot be focusing only on death. We got to focus on, if I wake up tomorrow and they say that I need a new kidney.
Right.
And I need $100,000. Where am I going to get that money right now?
Right.
If my health insurance cannot cover it. And that's why, I strongly believe, being September, the Life Insurance Awareness Month, that we need to get more educated about the different products that are there for everyone.
Everyone.
And just if we feel that whatever we have is okay, it doesn't hurt us to see, hey, how can I enhance it? How can I make it better? And that way we can help more people.
Right. So we have the insurance that I've heard about and I love to talk about is the generational wealth. And that starts off with our children, our grandchildren from birth on up. And if you go and get an insurance package for your children at birth and they'll come up, they'll become millionaire babies because now they have this policy. They can buy their own car. They can go and pay for their education, and you won't have to spend a penny because this is stuff that you've been building on. And also, now this is my theory and mine's alone that all of these people that's being shot and killed by the police, when they shoot and kill them, they don't care because they know that they don't have no insurance following them. But the people that do have insurance following them, you're not going to kill them. You know why? Because the insurance company going to do an investigation. They going to search. They going to make sure you're not going to take their money and nothing happen. So they going to make sure you charge and you're going to pay for this. So I think everybody needs to be insured because once you're insured, then you don't have to worry about that. They're going to think twice before they start shooting on you. And that's something that I know for a fact. And so when we start educating the public and educating people about life insurance, we have insurance, mortgage protection insurance.
Correct.
We have cash value insurance.
Right.
We have, like you said, if a person gets sick and they can't work and they down, that money will kick in and they will start taking care of them until they either back at work but they won't lose their homes. They'll make sure that they can pay their bills, everything, because that's what these insurances is for now. So.
And that's when we're speaking about mortgage protection.
Yes.
Mortgage protection is important because a lot of people, specifically during pandemic, a lot of people stayed without a job.
Right.
A lot of people got critically ill. A lot of people passed away.
Yes.
And unfortunately, as you were saying, if everybody would be protecting their health and their life,
that's right,
this wouldn't happen. I took a flight to Wisconsin 2 years ago. Okay. And I spoke with this guy that they brought in front of me. And when I spoke to him, I did a revision of what he had. I told him, listen, this type of insurance that you have only protect you in case of death.
That's right.
We need to get something that protect your life, your health. He was like, okay, Stephanie, go ahead, do it. And I went ahead, we did the application, it got approved in 7 days. I was excited about that. When the agent that was in Wisconsin went to him and told him, hey, you are approved, sign this account so you are protecting your health and life. He was like, oh no, tell your broker that I got covered. I don't have time. Respect that I'm feeling sick right now, I'll speak later. It was so sad because a week later, he got in the ventilator after COVID, and he passed away a week later.
Oh, wow.
If he would have signed the application that was protecting his health and life, he would have left money to his wife.
Right.
And it was so sad because when I spoke to his wife, she was like, Stephanie, I think he didn't love me. Like he was sick and he just didn't sign it. I was like, you know something? Unfortunately, a lot of people are not financially educated.
That's right.
At that moment, he thought, well, I might not die. I'm just going through a phase. Nobody's expecting to get sick.
Right.
Nobody is expecting to pass away. But unfortunately, not everybody's going to get sick, but everybody's going to pass away at some point.
Yes.
So we have to be able to prepare for the unknown. We do not know when it's going to happen, but we got to make sure that, hey, if something happens to me, if something happens to my health, I want to make sure that my family is okay. I want to make sure that my family is not going to GoFundMe.
Right.
I want to make sure that my family is not struggling. And those are things, that's the reason why We need, if we can help, if everybody can help one,
That's right. That's a
this
nation.
will change.
That's a nation. That look. So I know you all have heard and have seen all of these movie stars, all of these actors, all of these singers. They all losing their lives, and they're dying without a will. They're dying without a policy. They're dying. They're just dying, and because of that, we see them fighting on national TV. The families are fighting and saying, well, this money belongs to us and this money. But if you take care of everything before, don't ever say, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not sick. I'm not. God has a number. And everybody has a number on their life. And you never know when you're going to die. You never know. You can walk right out of here today and just fall straight dead. But if you protect yourself and everything is protected, you won't ever have to worry about that. And it's so important. It is so important.
You say something that's really important, will and trust.
That's right.
That's something that we're ignoring.
Yes.
Everyone should have a will and trust.
Yes.
And that's the reality, because a lot of people are not having life insurance. They're not having the will or the living trust. What's happening to the families? They got to go to probate court.
Probate court is the number 2 highest paid court in the nation, because everything goes through the probate court, and their job is to take everything you have until it's all gone
and give it to the state.
And give it to the state. The state takes all of your money. The state takes everything that your family worked so hard for, because they did not plan for tomorrow.
Another issue that we have when it comes to life insurance is that for some reason, everybody believes that it's too expensive. We have all different type of life insurance. We have all different type of products that everyone can have. And the best thing to do is see for ourselves. If we stop saying that we are okay, having nothing, things will change. Because life insurance is something that we cannot afford not to have.
That's right.
Today we are here, tomorrow we can drive an accident and that's it.
That's right.
So we have to figure out what is more expensive. It is more expensive not to have it.
That's right.
Than having it. So we need to have, there are different products that we have that can protect your health, your life, and then if you believe in legacy or you believe in generational wealth, then you can say, okay, I want to build a legacy. Because you know what is one of the most important thing about building a legacy? That when you cash out that money, it's tax-free.
That's right.
It's tax-free money.
Tax-free. Can you say that?
And
tax-free.
And that's very important. A lot of people here in the United States have 401ks, mutual funds, accounts that are variable. When it's time for the retirement, whatever is the amount of taxes in that year, they got to pay taxes at the moment of the retirement when they need it the most.
That's right.
But some people that use different products that are protected by life insurance have a whole lot of growth in their money. And the beautiful part of it, that if the account say 100,000, 500,000 or $1 million, at least you know it's tax-free money.
That's right.
And you don't have to pay taxes on that money.
You don't have to pay taxes. So Ed, there's another one also. So a lot of people say, well, I can't get insurance. I can't get in life insurance because of my health. And you know, they'll tell you, well, if you are already sick or if you diagnosed with something, then you can't get life insurance. Well, there's another insurance that you can get, and it's called Everest. And the Everest life insurance, you can speak on a little bit on that and tell us about that one.
So we have a type of life insurance that is guaranteed. So it doesn't matter what you have. It could be cancer, it could be HIV. I actually had a client that had HIV that no one was covering her, and we was able to get her life insurance. So never let anyone tell you that you cannot qualify, because we all can qualify. It's different products, different purposes, but it's made for everyone to qualify. The only way that someone might not qualify if they are above 85 years old. But if you're younger than 85 years old, it doesn't matter what pre-existing condition you have. we can shop around for you
Right.
and make sure that you are covered. The problem that we have in humanity is that we always wait to the last moment.
Yes, when it's too late.
When it's too late. Like when we are already in that bed and they told us we have 6 months of
Yes.
life.
Yes.
So we have to do it now. We cannot wait until we got 3 days of life. And I need to get qualified. We got 10 days of life.
Yeah.
And those are the options that we have. I love when you spoke about the $1 million babies.
Yes.
Another thing, products that are out there is people saving for their kids.
That's right.
Through a life insurance product from when they're 15 days old.
Yes.
With a higher interest rate, with a market that even if the market goes down, they are not losing the money.
That's right.
And those are things that we got to see. You know, most people use a traditional type of insurance that only give them 2%, but we have those that give you a higher interest rate.
Right.
And we have to think about that every 10 years, the products are getting better and better and better.
Right.
And if we don't evaluate what we have, then we're going to stay in the same system, in the same programs. Every year, everyone should have a free financial needs analysis.
That's right.
Analyze what you have. You got to be able to sit down with a financial professional. And you know the beautiful part of what we do? We sit with everyone for free. So no one can say, no one in the community can say, I cannot afford it.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing. If everyone can just educate one person, we could educate more than 1,000 families, just everyone educating one.
That's right. And my biggest thing is, you know how, you know, in your mama's house and your granny's house, they used to have this big white carpet, and this is the really nice room where I don't no one go in this room other than an insurance man coming here.
Right.
So grandmama and mama and them had these policies that they've been having it for years, and they pay a little something on it, and when they die, then they're like, oh, we didn't cover this, oh, we don't cover that. So I really want you to talk a little bit about how they need to go and
analyze it,
check on their insurance and update it.
Update it. I had, you know, I have done a whole lot of revisions.
Yes.
I had this lady that she told me, Stephanie, I'm okay. I'm paying $10 for my insurance. I'm okay. When I took the policy, it was an accident insurance, which means that if she didn't die because of an accident, it wasn't going to pay.
Policy. Wow.
So in her mind, she was thinking, I'm okay.
Right.
But the reality was that if she didn't look into the revision, and she would have died out of a heart attack, her family wasn't going to get any money.
Wow.
That's why it's very important to revise, do a revision of what we have. Another thing that we're finding is that a lot of people are saying, I got a financial advisor. And most of the times the financial advisor is the person at the bank.
Right.
And we have to be conscious of that. We got to be conscious of who are we talking to.
Right.
Are we speaking with someone that have all the licenses to talk to me and guide me in the right direction, or are we just speaking to someone in the bank that's going to give me only what the bank have?
Right. Only what the bank has. So, I mean, it's just really important. And I talk about it so much, life insurance, and I try to get everybody. Can y'all please call Miss Stephanie? Can you all please call Miss Stephanie? Because you have to get your family, you have to get yourself, you have to get everything covered, and especially now, because we might end up with another pandemic. Anything might happen, but when you covered and you got yourself taken care of, then that wouldn't be one of your worries. You wouldn't ever have to worry about that one anymore.
And during the pandemic, we had a whole lot of families that wanted to be covered.
Yes.
And because of the pandemic, it took time for them to get covered.
Yes.
So the time is now.
Right.
We got to think about now, how soon can we do what we have to do?
Right.
And we have to think about, when it comes to life insurance, we got to try not to be thinking so much about that.
Right.
We got to be more open to speak about it. We got to be thinking about, how can my family benefit of this?
Right.
And one thing that we are believing is no family left behind.
That's right.
Which means that as we speaking with someone, if we have a family that have a husband, wife, and kids,
Right.
we're thinking, how can we make sure everybody's covered?
That's
Because as you know, in Nashville recently, there was an accident with a father with his 2 kids.
Right.
The kids were not in the
Car
wearing
seats.
seatbelt in the car seats. And one of the kids passed away. The other one was in critical condition. The father was in critical condition. Now there's a mother left behind thinking, how am I going to bury my daughter? What am I going to do with my critically ill daughter? And there's no protection. There's no money to take care of that. So we got to be thinking about, hey, I want to make sure that when I go to sleep, wake up, when I'm out there, that anything that I'm doing, my family, my friends, everybody that I
protected.
know is educated to know that, hey, you don't have to take the burden.
Right.
You can just, one thing that you can do is protect yourself,
Right.
so you don't have to worry about those things.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's very important. This is something that we need to talk about all the time, and we need to reach as many people as we can. It is so important, and everybody needs life insurance. Life insurance is not just when you die. It's when you're still alive and you need that extra help. That life insurance will come in and it will help you, and it has all kind of benefits from that. So it's just, can you talk a little bit about the cash value that
cash
insurance carries?
Yes, not all life insurance products have cash value, but some life insurance, the most popular one that people use, are only giving them like 2% interest rate. But we do have life insurance accounts that are giving you interest rate of up to 15%, which means that your money can double every 6 years. The ones that are having policies that are just having 2% interest rate, the money is doubling every 36 years.
Right.
So that's the reason why it's good to evaluate whatever insurance product you have, because you can always upgrade it and stay with the same company that you have. Because if we don't upgrade our policies, we're not gonna know what we have. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't even believe in life insurance, because sometimes they don't have the correct product. And then whenever they passed away, the family don't receive money because it's not the correct product that was meant for what they wanted, which it was mainly protection. And one of the things that we're telling everyone is that with National Action Network, one of the mission is to help the community as much as possible. We're helping everyone for free. So you guys are able to book your appointment. My website is CoachStephanieThomas.com, and you can always reach me directly at 615-892-1374, and we will be able to assist you. You can also reach me at National Action Network with our president, Sheryl Huff, and find a solution for you.
Yeah, so thank you all for coming out. Again, my name is Sheryl Huff, and I am with the Middle Tennessee National Action Network. And we are here once again with They Don't Hear Us. But please hear us when we talk about our life insurance. And we are so thankful to be here, and I thank you, Miss Stephanie, and she's also our treasurer with the National Action Network. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you once again, and let's go get these people some insurance.
Let's do it.